Facebook friends and family. How are you guys doing today? I hope that everyone is doing wonderful and swell per usual on this good, I believe it was Wednesday. It's either Wednesday or Thursday. I'm not sure. It is November the 5th, 2025, and it is currently 6:58 p.m. here in Detroit, Michigan. And I'm going to make this video kind of brief if I can, or it may be long, who knows, because I'm about to get ready to talk about something that I want to talk about. I was having me a good little conversation or whatever. I was sitting outside talking and smoking or whatnot. One of my friends had asked me if I could come outside and, just chop it up and smoke for a second. So I'm like, okay, cool, or whatever. So as I was sitting out there and I was just paying attention to the scenario of what's been going on outside and everything like that, we were talking and we were hitting a few different topics about discussions about politics, which I don't really like to talk to people about politics, but we were talking about that, and I was just voicing a little bit of my opinion. For instance, hold on, I'm bringing that back up later. But we were talking about that, and anyway, his baby mama ends up calling the phone. And I don't know, I've seen her on a few different occasions or whatever, and sometimes I speak, and sometimes if I'm minding my business, I'm just minding my business. But she happened to call this particular time or whatnot. Mind you, we're just associates. He called me sis. I'm not his girlfriend or anything. We never messed around or anything like that. And I don't know what type of business, they got going on. People have different relationships when it comes to baby mama, baby daddy. It's not my business or whatever to be in their business as far as their relationship. So I, stay in my place. But I don't know. I seem to notice that every time she calls his phone while I'm in the car, the topic of discussion be weird to me. And today, this particular day, she calls or whatever, and she's using another person's name, but it sounds as if she's trying to talk about a situation that I notice that people be trying to bring up when it comes to me or whatever. And I'm saying trying because if it don't apply, you let it fly. And if the shoe fits, then you wear it. But it doesn't apply to me, which is why I was very humble while she was ranting off by the mouth like a hood rat, even though she was swearing up and down that she was proper. So hold on. She's using a scenario of a woman who supposedly have a lot of kids that they know. And she's like, I don't give a fuck. Mind you, she's talking about this woman, but she's acting like this woman is in a car and can hear the conversation or something. I'm the woman that's in the car. So she's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't want my daughter over there. And I'm about to talk about this because obviously people be sitting around talking about shit. I don't want my daughter over there because everybody know about her and her kids. And if you exposing your kids to stuff at such an early age, they're not going to have time to experience things and blase splee and going on about this, that, and the other. And I don't trust them. I don't want my daughter around them. But she was like, everybody know about that girl and her kids. Everybody know about that girl and her kids. And that's just so crazy to me. But I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful, but I cannot stand when people assume that they know me. But I'm just going to state some facts about myself. I'm not even going to talk about nobody else. But me, I am a mother. A young one at that. I'm only 35 years old. That's correct. And I have 5 children. I had my first daughter when I was 17 years old. She is now 18 years old. But I take care of all 5 of my children. And I have custody of all 5 of my children. And when CPS was called on me, when I lived right here at my brother's house with all 5 of my children, and they said they had allegations against me and me allegedly not feeding my kids and this, that, and the other. Well, I opened the door and I had to let them walk through and look around, and they had to go through the basement, check the refrigerator, make sure we had hot water and stuff like that. They still left my 5 kids in my custody. when they call themselves going up to the school investigating my 5 children, they all still came home to me. I take care of all 5 of my children without no assistance, no child support or nothing. We get a measly bridge card, which I done lived without plenty of times. Just about a year and a half ago, I went 9 months without it because my DHS worker was a thief and swore up and down that I was making too much money to receive it. I don't get child support for none of the 5 of my children. Every blue moon, I might get a child support that was garnished from my one baby daddy who doesn't have a job. He doesn't work a 9 to 5, therefore he doesn't get garnished that much. So I take care of 5 kids by myself. Right now I live in my brother's house. And not because I was put out of my houses or anything, but because the city of Detroit is crooked and corrupt and they were stealing from me. Right along with my family, friends, the community. And everybody knows this by now. So before you run your mouth talking about people, you should get your facts straight. And no, I don't have a job right now, but my 5 children can vouch for their mother having jobs, working overtime to take care of them. Without their daddy present, without a granny present, or nobody, just me and them. Even on days when I had to sleep in my car, my kids would rather sleep in a car with me sometimes than go to sleep at other people's houses. Days when I didn't have a job, I got out and I DoorDashed when I had a car, even having to bring my baby with me at times when the school system decided to be giving my kids problems, again, because they was thieves, corrupt, crooked, and working with my family to steal a whole lot of money because I'm worth a whole lot of money in this motherfucker. So before you start talking about shit, you need to know what you're talking about. And before you send your nosy ass kids and nosy ass people that break into people's houses and put hidden cameras and hidden audio and shit like that, and y'all bring y'all weird asses in here being creeps, thinking you know something, you need to know what the fuck you talking about. But again, ever since I pushed all 5 of my kids out my vagina, I had custody of them. Again, my oldest daughter is 18 years old. We ain't even live off no cash assistance. If I needed to apply for it today, I should still have remaining months left, meaning that I had to work to take care of these kids. Again, without the help of child support, you can ask my baby daddies about that. I do this shit because I'm a real mama. I've been doing this shit since I was 17 because I was raised by a real mama and a real grandma, whether I came from single parent households or not. So I know what the fuck I'm doing. Again, let's note the fact I still got custody of all 5 of my kids. And even though my kid's not in school right now, for one, my oldest daughter graduated high school last year. And she has the option to go to college when she would like to. And my other children aren't in school right now because the school system needs to be investigated. And CPS not knocking on my door right now because they know that shit. As well as DHS, as well as the police, as well as the FBI, the news, and everybody else who be all up in me and my motherfucking kids' business. Again, I got custody of all 5 of my kids. And even when I got arrested last year when I was door dashing and all 5 of my kids was in the car because their mama had to get some money real quick to handle some shit, and the Macomb County Police wanted to act a motherfucking fool with me, and they swore up and down that they was giving all 5 of my kids to someone else. I think I got the fuck out of jail and said all 5 of my kids better come back with me wherever the fuck I go. So when people be trying to be funny and talk about parenting and if somebody is laughing at me or not, I wouldn't give a fuck if a bitch was. Because none of you hoes can do half the shit that I did, whether you're a single mother with 5 or plus kids or not. Have a job or not, went to school, went to college, started a business or not. You didn't have to go through what I went through. And if you had to, you wouldn't be where you at right now. But I still pass all the tests. And my time is coming, which is why a lot of you bitches is jealous and got so much shit to say in the first fucking place. But me and my kids are okay, whether we need some stuff or not. We don't want for much. And what we need, I'm about to be able to provide because I've been doing this shit since day one. Mind you, I have a 18-year-old, a 17-year-old, a 14-year-old, an 11-year-old, and a 6-year-old. And for the last 6+ years, I've been doing everything by my motherfucking self. Only having to come to my brother's house and bounce around because they wanted to steal my houses again. So negligent parent where? Unfit mother where? And my kids are not unruly and ghetto. Because people who actually know my kids for real, the ones who didn't steal from them, the ones who actually know them, they know that I have good kids, respectable kids that do normal kid shit that normal teenagers do. And they're not exposed to doing too fucking much. They're exposed to what they need to be exposed to while y'all kids walking around dumb as fuck, acting like they slow. When it's a real world out here that my kids know about. So don't ever criticize my parenting or think you know me when you don't know shit about me. And while people call themselves laughing at me, they need to take some fucking notes. And I was just telling my friend that as I was sitting in the car smoking and talking. Like, people be thinking that they know me, they don't know nothing about me. But that's why when I start talking, they be the ones that shut the fuck up. It don't be me. And again, I'm not scared of no motherfucking body, just in case anybody was confused. And again, I got custody of all 5 of my kids. And I'm going to keep having custody of all 5 of my kids. If anybody want to take me to court, let me know now. And then we can really start an investigation around this bitch. But that's what people don't want. So they talk shit behind the scenes. And they be subliminal because they know they mail thieves and stole money from me and my kids. And that's what they trying to cover the fuck up. So they want to start all these lies. Oh, we know her and her kids. Everybody know her and her kids. Don't nobody know shit about me and my kids. But you can fuck around and find out if you like. How clever we are. How smart we are. How rich we supposed to be and gonna be. And what's the real fucking problem? Why everybody so far up our motherfucking assholes and shit? So curious about us and what the fuck we got going on, where and how we living, but ain't nobody assisting with shit, but they stealing. We can talk about that if you like. And again, I got custody of all 5 of my kids. So you can sit around and laugh all you want to. But my kids can say their mama owned a house. Whether it was supposedly bought from me or not, I bought that shit myself with the money that was supposed to be given to me. My kids can say that they mama strong as fuck, smart as fuck, and stand up to anybody if need be. And that she had custody of them their whole entire life. That's what they can say. That I've been there every step of the way. I've been there for every holiday, whether we missed a Christmas according to you stupid ass Americans or not. I've always been there since day one, never missing a birthday, a first step, a first word, a first day of school, or none of that shit. Never. And while people be wondering if my kids are behind, they're really not behind that much. Mally being the only one, because he only went to kindergarten and he had to miss 3 months of kindergarten because of the school, who swore up and down he needed this eye test as if he can't see, but he could see perfectly fine. And I wasn't about to keep on playing with them. My other kids are right in the right grades that they're supposed to be, except Mari and Mir, who they wanted to keep kicking out of school. But my kids can read and all that type of shit. They not slow. Again, they don't get checks. They not the ones that's considered autistic and dumb. We don't get Social Security or none of that shit. So y'all be worried about the wrong kids? Again, you can ask my baby daddies about that. About how much I do by myself, and they know their baby mama is really the GOAT. Greatest of all time. Ask them the real truth. So while people talking about if somebody's sitting around laughing at somebody, that's why they say the hyenas always laugh first and end up crying later. Did you ever watch Lion King? So keep laughing if you want to, while I'm going to remember who I am and stand 10 toes on what the fuck I said, and the bitch better run me my motherfucking money or she's going to have a problem. Don't worry about no kids. Just know that I got custody of all 5 of my kids, and it's going to remain that way. Or I have everybody and their kids being investigated. And we know y'all don't steal out of houses. Y'all steal out of mailboxes. Y'all steal directly from the mailman, and then y'all go bust bogus ass motherfucking checks, ma'am. So I suggest you shut the fuck up and pipe it down for you have an investigation on your ass that you can't even deal with. It's going to be far worse than CPS. But y'all have a great day. I love you guys, and y'all be safe in these Detroit streets. I wish you nothing but love, joy, peace, happiness, abundance, prosperity, good health, good wealth, and everything that you deserve, whether that's good or bad karma.